This is one of those topics that's kind of difficult to talk about because there's no statistical evidence to prove my belief, but at the same time, if I'm thinking it and I've seen it a bunch on social media, specifically on Twitter, seen a bunch of people talk about that same thing, feeling like the playoffs and the finals in particular lack the sort of aura vibes that it used to, you kind of realize it's a problem and you kind of realize, okay, maybe this question is actually valid. And I've criticized the NBA a lot over the years for, they do a really bad job at marketing their product. They do a really bad job at telling us why games, moments should matter. And there's no better example of that than the NBA Finals over the last 10 plus years, where they've just constantly stripped away every single, thing that tells you it's the finals. So obviously the biggest example is the trophy in the middle of the court, but then, you also don't see the final script on both ends of the court anymore. In 2019, the broadcast turned each logo gold, which I think was a nice touch. And it's like you literally watch the finals right now. You watch the 2024 finals and there's just no indication. There's so little indication that it's actually the finals. And where it's I think you have it under each basket. I think it says it on the broadcast. And even something as small as the finals patch being on the back of the jersey instead of the front. To me, that matters because you see the front of the jerseys way more, but now that's replaced by the ad. And I'm pretty sure there's more ads for YouTube TV on a broadcast than there are to show you that it's the NBA Finals. And in one sense, that stuff shouldn't really matter because at the end of the day, it's still the finals. It's still the same high level basketball that we all know and love. They're still playing for the same championship. So on the one hand, it feels kind of stupid to complain about minimal stuff like that, like appearance. But on the other hand, it's no, that stuff does matter because it contributes to the vibes, the aura of the finals. It shouldn't feel for the casual fan, it shouldn't feel just like any other game. If you turn on the broadcast, you want to feel like this is for something. And people have also talked about how they don't show the player intros anymore. They used to show the player intros with two Larry O'Brien trophies in between, and the players would walk through it, and that was something. Or I know the video circulating of Bob Costas giving a whole 2-minute monologue about the significance of MJ and the Bulls. I believe it was winning their 6th title. And again, that stuff shouldn't matter because at the end of the day, basketball is basketball, and that's all that should matter. But it does. It does matter. It makes you feel okay, this game is different. This game means more than the ones that came before it, which it should because it's for the NBA championship. That matters, and I think it matters in terms of getting, diehard NBA fans are going to watch no matter what, right? That's not who this stuff is for. I'm going to watch the finals no matter what. I don't care if it looks like the worst matchup ever. I'm going to watch because I love basketball. I followed the season all year long, and this is what we're waiting for. But if you talk about the casual fans of basketball or just casual sports fans or just people, whatever, if they're going to tune in, they want to feel like this is special. They want to feel like this is different. And that's the people the NBA needs to work on attracting. And the way to do that is, the cliche is for a lot of athletes is, oh, just treat this like any other game. Treat it like any other game, just calm the nerves. No, that's not what the NBA should do. They should do the exact opposite. They need to, throw as much flair and dramatic and just over the top, narrative marketing at the finals to show hey, this matters. This is it. This is for all the marbles. This is for the biggest trophy of the season. How do they miss the mark in that aspect? They need to show us why it matters, because if you tell us that it matters and if you just keep throwing in our face how big of a deal this is, then more and more people are going to want to watch because they want to be part of the moment that is, oh my God, this insane championship series. Think about the 2016 finals and how insane that was, how you had so many casual fans, or not even sports fans, but just people wanting to tune in because they saw how awesome this is. Now, obviously that had more to do with, I think, the teams and their narrative around those teams playing, but that's my point, is people want to be part of the moment. Nobody wants to have FOMO missing out on a big thing. And so the NBA obviously can't control who makes the finals and how good the games are, but they could do their part on the marketing side, on the promotion side, to get more people interested, to make people feel like they're missing out on, something awesome by, again, maybe putting the logo back in the middle of the court, getting rid of all those goddamn ads. It's so annoying. Putting finals back in the court, making it feel like it is the event it is the basketball event. They literally did more to make the in-season tournament look like something special than they do the NBA finals nowadays. How is that even possible? It's just so ridiculous. I hope they change it. It really does feel like this year was sort of a I don't know if breaking point is the right term, but like I saw more and more people really talk about how like the finals felt like something was missing, and some of that might have been the teams that were playing, how the games weren't so good. But I also like part of it also does feel like, again, like I want it to feel, as someone who watches so many basketball games over the course of the year, I want it to feel different, and I can tell when it feels different. And this game, those games didn't feel different, and I think that's a problem when you're talking about the NBA Finals, for the NBA championship, for the thing that you play this entire season out for. So I hope they can, figure out how to change it, because it really does feel like we're at a turning point with where a lot of fans are saying it, and it's just furthering the narrative that just like the NBA just doesn't really do such a good job marketing its own product. And I really do hope things can change starting as soon as next year.